Hello. As I said in my last video, I've recently bought a new printer. I bought a Canon G650 mega tank. Now if you follow my channel, you'll remember that last year I bought myself a second-hand Canon Pro. I think it was a 310, I'm not sure. I'll leave it around here somewhere. And I brought a second-hand one because I couldn't really justify buying one brand new because I don't do that many large prints. Any of my kind of large prints that I get done, I always send away. But I have got some A4 like photo frames around the house, and I wanted a printer just to kind of do little A4 prints, one that was good enough. But I also wanted a printer that I could use for kind of like office work, such as printing off, letters, scanning items that I need to scan for my daughters and my son if they ever need to scan something off. And also with regards to the bigger printer, I couldn't really justify the print cartridges, the price of them. Now when I bought this second-hand printer, it did come with about, I can't really remember how many cartridges there was, but there was a lot. Now the print cartridges that came with it would have actually, if I'd have sold them, would have paid for me to buy a brand new printer. But when the printer arrived, it had leaked. It's got a maintenance tank in it, and that maintenance tank had leaked everywhere. Now it took me a while to clean it all up. I got it all cleaned up, but when I was doing some printing, some of the prints were coming out good, some of them were kind of hit and miss. And the more I kind of looked into it, the printer head needed cleaning or it needed replacing. Now I was kind of on the fence thinking, I've still spent a couple of £100 on this printer and it might be faulty, that's why he's selling it. So I sent it back. The guy was fine about it, and I just carried on using my old printer. Now about a month ago my old printer completely packed up, but it was absolutely terrible for printing out photos and any kind of little decent photos that I wanted to put in these A4 frames. They just came out terrible. But anyway, I bought this Canon G650. I think I paid just over £200 for it, and it's kind of one of these mega tanks where you fill it up with ink. I was kind of on the fence about buying one of those because I thought, well, it's going to get messy. But when I actually filled it up, I realised there was not a drop of mess anywhere. So that was quite good. I was happy with that. And I'm also very, very happy with the quality of the prints. Now I've just printed out this photo here. Try and not get any glare on it. And as you can see, it's on my computer behind me. Now if we compare them, they are extremely, extremely close. Now I know this isn't as bright and as vibrant as the one on the screen, but I am using matte paper. I haven't got any gloss paper left at the moment. And I have bumped up the exposure on the photo a little bit to compensate for that. And it's come out how I want it. I don't want it any brighter because it was a kind of a dark morning with just the sunrise coming up. Having looked at the photo, it's how I remember it, where if you look on the screen, it's boosted too much to compensate for the print. So I'm happy with the print. I may have moved position because I've just gone and grabbed a few photos. When I had the printer, I did do some test prints. Now this is one that I took in Thailand, and it's come out really well. And another one that I took again in Thailand is this one, and again I'm happy with the way it's come out. Now as I said, I haven't really got any gloss paper at the moment. I need to get some more gloss paper. So yeah, really happy with the printer. So if you're looking for a printer but you don't really want to spend that much on a big printer, or you can't kind of justify the ink cartridges because the amount of ink that it uses, even just doing maintenance cleans, uses a lot of ink, and they're not cheap. And again, if you're not going to print that much, is it really worth it? As I said, I send a lot of my photos out to be done professionally, so I'm happy with just having a printer that will print A4. So I'll just show you what the printer looks like. So as I said, it's the Canon G650 Mega Tank. I brought it from Amazon, and then there was a little bit of a discount on at the time. Now, I've kept my paper under there because I don't use much of it. So it works with the tanks here, and you lift the tops up and you get like the bottles, and you tip the bottles in to these compartments here. As I said, I was kind of expecting a bit of mess, you know, a few drips out the bottles, but the bottles work great, and as you tip the bottles in, they empty on their own, and they don't start emptying until you put them in, so you're not going to kind of drop it and spill it all around your printer, which is good. You get kind of like a little readout here of how much ink is left. Now the actual amount of prints you can do off a full tank is advertised as being really good. And that was kind of a bonus for me. I didn't want to have to keep spending a lot of money on ink. But the ink isn't that expensive anyway. The bottles of ink, I think they're around £12 a bottle, which is, you know, it's pretty decent really, considering how many it will actually print. It has got a scan function on it, and you know, you can use it as a normal printer. Now it is advertised as not being that fast, but for me, it's plenty fast enough. So as I said, I've got a few photo frames around the house. Now a couple of those are filled with photos that I printed on my old crappy printer, and I'm just going around now and replacing some of them. So today what I thought I'd do is I'd just show you how I print one of them off. So we'll jump straight onto the computer, I'll show you my few little adjustments, and then we'll watch one print out and see what it turns out like. So I don't actually do many of these tutorials, and I'm trying to set my system up a little bit better so I can actually do them in the future. So if this video doesn't come out perfect, it may need a bit of tweaking, but I think I've kind of done it this morning. So I'll just show you what I'm going to do with this photo and then print it out. So I've just loaded it straight into DXO Photolabs 9 at the moment. I'm just messing around with this little bit of software. Now, I like the way it looks on the screen, but I'm going to make a few little adjustments just for it to be printed out a little bit better. So I'm going to jump into DXO and just have a little bit of a mess. So I'm going to bump the exposure up a little bit just to compensate for the screen being backlit. I'm going to just drop the blacks a little bit. I'll try this DXO clear view. Oh, it's a bit much, that is. I'll bump that right down. I kind of like that. So if you turn that on and off, yeah, that's nice. I'm going to add a little bit of fine contrast to it, and a little bit of micro contrast, something like that. And then I'm just going to jump into the color profile here and have a look if anything kind of needs changing. That, but no, I'm quite happy with that. So all I'm going to do now is just bump the exposure up a little tiny bit more to there, and yeah, I think we'll give that a go. So if I go to File and then Print, this opens up the obviously printer settings. Now I don't think that printer has many profiles with it. I think there are a few to download, but what I've just tried this morning is the inbuilt profile here, the CNIJ printer profile 2015, and it's worked pretty well. Now I've bumped the sharpness up to 65, and all I've done here with the margins is I've set them all at 36 to kind of centralize it. Now if I go to my printer properties, the way I've set it up on the printer is I've just changed it to photo printing. The color intensity, I've clicked to ICM. I've changed the paper obviously to matte photo paper, changed the paper size, and changed the print quality to high. So I think we're pretty good to go. Okay, so that's printed out. I have noticed one little bit of a mistake that I've made, and what I've done is when I've gone to the print settings, I've put a print margin around it, and what I've done is I've cropped it so my signature at the bottom has kind of been cut off a little bit. It's not a problem. I will print it again for the house, but I just wanted to show you on here, obviously the quality next to what the screen actually looks like. Now, it's a bit difficult to tell with the light here, but it's very close. Happy with the colours. Obviously, as I said before, the screen's backlit, so it's going to be lighter. And again, it's on matte paper and not gloss. But I do like the look of matte paper. I think it looks more natural and more lifelike than glossy, really. But obviously, each to their own. The best thing to do with photos and when you've printed them out is to look at them under natural light. Now, it's absolutely terrible outside today. It's really cloudy and dull, so I'll have to use the light on the kitchen table. So I'll just show you what it looks like. So as you can see, it's actually come out quite nice. To me, that looks kind of exactly how it looks on the screen without being too exaggerated with regards to the colours. So all I need to do is a little bit of bumping up of the exposure. I bumped up the sharpness a little bit, but for me and for what I want these photos for, it's just excellent for around the house. Yeah, does the job. Well, that's it. Something a little bit different this week. I hope to do more of these kind of in-house videos with regards to tutorials, reviewing items, and also how I edit some of my photos. Just a little bit of a change, adds to the videos, shares a bit of my knowledge. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you soon.